welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of TEW 2020 WWE here, as we continue to build up to our October Premium Live Event specials. We have a Raw exclusive and a Smackdown and NXT co-branded. Lovely. Last week we had the fallout from bragging rights, and we began that build up, plenty to build on. Check out last week if you haven't already. Challenges in the description if you want to see them, or don't if you want to keep the mystery alive. This is a very brief opening for me, so let's just jump into it, shall we? Let's jump into things, starting off as always with another episode of Monday Night Raw, which gets underway with Pete Dunne, the Broserweight, coming out to the ring with his Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, with his Broserweight partner, Matt Riddle. There we go. Took me a second, I had to think. Making their way out, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle make their way out to the ring. And Pete Dunne says that, you know, Seth, oh God, I can try it. Seth, I don't know what game you want to play here, but if you want to go, then we can go. Okay. Pete Dunne obviously calling out Seth Rollins after Seth Rollins cost him at bragging rights. Pete had Edge pinned. Seth hit the curb stomp, put Pete off Edge and made Edge cover him, so Pete lost. Matt Riddle getting the mic as well and saying, "That's right, bro. Seth, you don't mess with my bro here, the Stallion King Pete Dunne, okay? And also, I have my own message for the Raw Tag Team Champions back there, Adam Cole and Finn Balor, that if you want to go, bros, you bros want to go, then we can do that too. Because I've been waiting for a match, okay? I've been getting ready, training, doing all that, you know, just waiting, itching, getting, you know, preparing." He's cut off whilst he's, Matt Riddle's being on rambling, you know. Seth, Adam Cole and Finn Balor coming out of Triple H's chosen, and Seth's laughing, you know. And Seth's saying that Pete made a mistake in attacking him, okay? Pete got involved where he didn't belong, but that doesn't matter. Okay, Seth says he's not even like that mad. Seth says he's fine. Because at the end of the day, Seth Rollins says that he is Seth freaking Rollins. He's a former multi-time world champion, something Pete Dunne would never know about or never have to worry about either. Don't worry about that. But Seth Rollins saying that Pete, if Pete wants a shot at him, Pete's going to have to earn it. Pretty much. Saying that he's up here and Pete, you're way down here. So you want a match with the best like me, you got to bring it, kid. And Finn Balor snatching the mic from Seth as well and saying to Matt that, "Listen here, you want to talk, then go ahead." That's very Sheamus more than Finn Balor, isn't it? Finn saying that if you want to go, bro, then we can do it. Because I'll happily kick your ass 7 ways to Sunday for a 100. Good opening segment. Seth telling Pete he's going to earn a match if he wants it. And Finn Balor just happily accepting the chance to kick Matt Riddle's ass for a 100. Good opening segment. As then we go to a video package of Imperium, Gunther, the European champion, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. And Gunther saying that he is ready and waiting, saying he heard what Roderick Strong and his little friend Malcolm Bivens had to say. And they can talk all they want, but all that matters is what happens in the ring, on that sacred mat. And Gunther says in the ring on that sacred mat, the only thing that happens is Gunther walks out victorious. For a 67, good little promo, and then Gunther a little match just to show what he's got, like Roderick Strong had last week, against a more credible opponent than Roddy Haste and Akira Tozawa. Gunther, though, does pick up the victory with a powerbomb in the end for a 67, which is decent enough. 59 Akira, 76 Gunther. Happy with that. Gunther picks up a victory as he begins the road to his Battle of the Brands match with Roderick Strong for that second draft pick, whether it goes Raw or NXT, we will find out. For now, though, we go backstage. Edris is pumped up, you know, getting ready to leave the locker room. Andre Chase goes over to him. Everyone else is there, and Andre Chase telling Edris, is he sure about this? You know, he's still pretty banged up. The doctors cleared you to compete, yeah, but are you sure about this? Maybe this is a teachable moment that sometimes you just have to sit it out, you know, wait it out, and it'll be okay. And they're just saying, Andre, Mr. Chase, it's okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling ready and raring to go. I just want to get back out there. I want to show Damian Priest that his attacks and all that, they don't matter, okay? They're not going to stop me or get me down, because if I let him get me down, he wins. And I'm not going to do that, Mr. Chase. I'm going to do what you taught me to do, and I'm never going to give up. For 34, Edris Enofe walks past Andre Chase, who follows after him with a gang of course for Edris Enofe. In his match that's nearly next up, before them, we get a little video footage of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton arriving to the arena. Later on tonight, the contract signing for their WWE Championship match. And Kevin Owens and Randy Orton both arriving to the arena. Randy Orton arriving alone, and Kevin Owens and Triple H arriving in a limo with both of them in it. Yeah, for 100, both men arriving, both men ready to go in that WWE Championship match and ready for their contract signing to make that match official and permanent. Well, so next up we have Edris Enofe looking to bounce back, looking to continue his momentum against Robert Roode. Tough opposition, former NXT champion Robert Roode continuing his own, trying to build a bit of momentum. Picked up a win last week, looking to do the same here. Edris giving it a really good go, but he is still a bit beat up. He's still hurt. You know, he's taped across his chest, bandaged up after that choke slam for the announcer's table. In the end, Robert Roode takes advantage and picks up the victory with the glorious DDT for a 69. Nice. 71 Robert, 33 Edris. Yeah, happy with that. Edris Enofe comes up short with that injury, but Robert Roode picks up another victory. Good for him. Good for him. As then we go backstage to the general manager's office. Drake Maverick and Triple H. And Drake Maverick just asking Triple H, you know, about what's been going on. Saying about how, you know, he's the general manager, but, you know, he knows Triple H's upper management, but he is the GM, and Triple H has been kind of doing his job for him. You know, making matches, doing all of this, arranging things without his say-so or if it's knowing, you know, organising number one contention matches for the WWE Championship. Without him, you know, asking Drake or anything. Triple H tells Drake to calm down, saying, look, kid, I know how it is to manage around here, and you're the general manager, you're doing a great job. Raw's looking great, okay? Ratings are through the roof. You should be proud of yourself for that, okay? And yeah, Raw came up short at bragging rights, but I'm not going to take that out on you. That's not going to cost you your job. Drake, I just think you just need to relax, okay? You need to calm down with all these concerns. And you should focus on making sure Raw really doesn't come last. After that match with Gunther and Roderick Strong, because if Raw lose that, third draft pick, Monday Night Raw, that's not looking too good for you. I mean, last year, second, this year, third. Not looking good for you for 75. Triple H with some calming words to Drake, but also maybe a bit of a warning as well. But still good. As then we have an interview of Caleb Braxton with Randy Orton, asking him about the WWE title match. Randy Orton ready. Randy Orton says he's a 14-time world champion, and he's ready to get 50, and he's ready to take out Kevin Owens, to take out Triple H, take that smug look off his face. He's ready to sign that contract and get it official and set before they try and weasel their way out of it. When speaking of weasels, in comes Austin Theory. Why is that? You know, Randy, huge fan. Just want to talk to you. If you watched my match last week, you know, I came up short, but I just wanted to get your thoughts, you know, how you're feeling, what you think I did, all that. Randy, just rubbing his face. His Kayla walks away. Interview over. Randy saying, Austin, look, last week I was busy getting ready for my match. I'll check out your match sometime, kid, but, yeah. And actually, I can't talk right now. I'm busy, so I just gotta... Yeah, Randy just walking away as Austin Theory watches on, holding his phone for a 99. Oh, poor Austin. As then out comes the WWE Women's World Champion, the Kingpin Io Sky. Io Sky coming out. And Io Sky says that she is the top of the WWE. Not just the Raw Women's Division, not the WWE Women's Division. She's the top of the WWE, the Kingpin. And Io saying that she's heard people want to challenge her, people want to take her on. Two people in specific, Alexa Bliss and Kairi Sane. The woman I beat and the woman I carried. So Io tells them both to get out here, Alexa and Kairi, no day. Jesus Christ, I am ahead, actually. Oh, that's funny. No, it was an Intercontinental Championship qualifying match, actually, between Apollo Crews and Chad Gable, which I wish I hyped up a bit more. I didn't, but Chad Gable won with an Olympic Slam. 82 is pretty decent. We got a bit of a new commentary team, so we move. 74 Apollo, 94 Chad. Happy with that. Chad Gable picks up the win and qualifies for the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way match alongside, at the moment, Draganov and Andrade. Lovely. Lovely. Big win for Chad. God. Okay. I was completely lost, so you're going to have to bear with me right now. Right. The match between Edgerton and Robert Roode earlier, that was a qualifying match. Okay? And this was a qualifying match. And the winners of those two matches fight next week. And I completely forgot about this. My head is gone. I'm very sorry for how confusing this is. But Chad Gable wins. Robert Roode wins earlier. It'll be Chad Gable, Robert Roode last week, which does explain this next segment, where Robert Roode comes out to stare down Chad Gable. That would have left you very confused if I didn't fill in that blank for a 90. Good little stare down as well here. Yeah. Next week, Chad Gable, Robert Roode. Hopefully a really good match. If I can remember it this time. Oh my god. Oh my god, I need more sleep. As then we have Io Sky coming out, actually, and calling out Alexa Bliss and Kairi Sane. I was just ahead of it. Yep. Io's out, calls out Alexa and Kairi. We've done the intro for that. Alexa and Kairi come out. Io in the ring saying that if you both want to fight me, earn it. Saying how they've been friends these past few weeks. But if you want this championship, fight for it. For 76, good little promo when I can remember it actually is. For next up, we do have Alexa Bliss versus Kairi Sane. They have been friends these past few weeks, so maybe. But you know what? You know they're not like official partners or anything, and women's world title opportunity on the line. So Alexa Bliss, Kairi Sane, both women do give all they got. Io at ringside at the announce table, watching, not on the booth, just sitting title over her shoulder, just watching the match. Alexa and Kairi going at it, and in the end, it's Alexa Bliss who comes out on top with Twisted Bliss for a 73. Nice. 75 Alexa, 73 Kairi. Good. Yeah. As Alexa Bliss does get the win, and Alexa Bliss earns her shot at Io Sky. Earns her rematch with Io Sky for the Women's World Championship at that. Nice. As then we go backstage to Drake Maverick in the office stressing about Triple H's comments. Well, I've not been direct for it, but you know, still, it's Drake Maverick, he's stressing out. In walks R-Truth, and R-Truth is distressed. Okay, and I know he's on screen, but I'm going to disappoint you all and saying Trick Williams isn't booked for Raw. And there are time cards in the description if that means you want to skip to NXT. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you wish to, go ahead. You know how tricky likey. But yeah, they're talking about Trick Williams. I forgot to put him off screen. I put Triple H off screen, but not bloody Trick Williams. Drake Maverick and R-Truth. R-Truth goes in distressed. Drake says, sorry, Truth, I don't have time right now. And R-Truth saying, oh, Drake, my baby gone again. That pervert showing up on your show talking about his Tricky Willie. And Drake says, what? What are you talking about? R-Truth, I really don't have time for this, okay? And Truth saying, I just feel so lost without her, you know, my baby. My beautiful baby. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I feel like a ghost of myself. I feel dead right now. And Drake Maverick saying, Truth, I really don't have time, okay? Because if I don't get this stuff sorted, okay, if Gunther doesn't win, then I'm going to be dead. I'm going to lose my job, okay? And then you won't be able to come in here and talk to me about whatever the hell is going on, okay? So Truth, I'm sorry. I'm very stressed right now. Okay, I need to sort this, or I'm dead, and you're going to need like a Ouija board to talk to me or something. Drake going back to his work as R-Truth. His eyes light up. And he looks to the sky and he says, that's it. A Luigi board. And Drake says, what? As R-Truth just walks out. And Drake looks in for a minute like, huh? And then just shakes his head and gets back to his work for 47. Oh, God, Drake, what have you done? Hey, it's October. It's spooky season. R-Truth getting an idea based on the as he says, Luigi board. For a 47 on how to get his baby back from Tricky Willie over here. He'll be in the episode, I promise, okay? I really like him too. He'll be here, not on Raw, but on NXT. As then we go to an interview with Kayla Braxton, and Kevin Owens is the champion. Kayla said about Randy says he's going to win, saying how Kevin needs help in all these matches and all that. And Kevin says, look, I don't need anyone in my corner to be doing, okay? I won't bring anyone for the contract signing. I won't bring anyone to our match, because I'm better than Randy Orton. I can beat him fair and square in the middle of this ring. He can pretend I can't, but I can, and I will. For a 97, Kevin, very intense. All this is very much getting to him, isn't it? A lot of trash talk towards him recently. He is not having a peepo pog time. As then we do have an Intercontinental Championship match, qualifying match. There we go. Angel Garza versus Damian Priest. Damian Priest, a very aggressive Damian Priest, especially after last week's loss to Edris Enofe, against Angel Garza. Angel Garza, very handsome, looking to earn a shot at the Intercontinental title. Can he? In the end, it is Angel Garza who does get the win. A quick roll-up. The roll-up really seems to hurt this match for 63. Jesus Christ, lack of psychology. Oh well, 81 Garza, 69 Priest, nice. Angel Garza does pick up the victory with the fast roll-up. Priest, very angry after the match. Another defeat. Fuming. Garza's quickly out of the ring, happy. Priest in the ring, looking at the ref, saying, what the hell was that? He grabs the ref by his shirt and he starts lifting him up. And at that point, out rushes Chase U, Andre, Bodhi, Malik, and Thea all rushing down. Not Edris. Edris is, with the doctors or something. He's still very banged up. But Andre, Bodhi, and Malik and Thea all rush down. Damian dropping the ref. And Thea Hail steps up first and squares up to Damian Priest. Damian Priest looking down at her like, what? As Bodhi Hayward kind of lifts her up and puts her out of the way and then stares down with Priest. A lot more evenly sized guys staring down, Priest smiling. And then Andre Chase moves Bodhi out of the way and squares down with him instead. All of Chase U in the end. Bodhi, Malik, and Thea stand behind Andre Chase, the four of them staring down with Priest. As Priest just shakes his head and just walks past them and out for a 100. Chase U making the save for the ref. What heroes. What faces. The good guys. The good guys. It's time for our main event of this evening. It is Finn Balor, Matt Riddle. One half of the Raw Tag Champs against Matt Riddle, the ultimate bro. Balor and Riddle fighting it out. Both men want to come out on top. Both men very, very good. Hard-hitting affair as well. As in the end, Balor goes for the coup de grace. Riddle rolls out of the way, gets to his feet and grabs Riddle from Balor from behind and locks in a chokehold. Balor down onto the ground, trying to fire, they can't. It looks like Balor's out as a tap. Went into the ring. Adam Cole attacking Matt Riddle from behind, laying him to him with some kicks and some punches for a 94. 96 Riddle, 85 Balor. Really good match. As Riddle down on the ground, Cole and Balor beating him up, taking him down. And it is again MJF rushing out to the ring and making the save for Matt Riddle. Rushing out MJF. Adam Cole slides out the ring and goes for MJF as he's coming down the ramp. MJF ducks him and then a big right hook to take down Cole and then into the ring. Balor goes for him, but MJF manages to get past him and take him down as well. And then MJF staring down with Cole and Balor, who are on the outside with their titles. And Riddle gets to his feet behind MJF as well and stares them down for a 100. Very good. Very good. I bet this idea, you didn't expect to see these foursomes in segment, especially with these alignings that have been going on. Huh? But good main event, very good, and good post. One last little training montage. We have MVP and the Hurt Business, Lashley, Dawkins, Judge, and Moose. Moose! Just fun to say. And MVP's talking about the Hurt Business are coming back. Saying they're training like their lives depend on it because it does. Saying as the MVPs, they failed as the Hurt Business Part 1, the Volume 1, whatever you want to call them. They didn't achieve what they wanted to. Saying they're coming back one more time, one last shot. They know they got to prove themselves and prove they belong. And MVP says the Hurt Business. I'm coming to take part. They're coming to take over. For the 72, very good. Good MVP, good. As then we end probably a long episode of Raw with a very long segment. It's a contract signing. I'll try and get through this. Kevin Owens, Triple H overseeing it. Kevin Owens, first of all, saying about how, maybe people underestimate him. People say he doesn't deserve this because of what happened at Money in the Bank and what happened when he won it. But he's beat whoever's come in front of him. Okay? He's gone toe-to-toe with him. Kevin Owens is good enough to be WWE Champion. Kevin Owens is WWE Champion for a reason, and you can doubt him, but it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, Kevin Owens still is the WWE Champion. He's here with this belt, and that's how he's going to stay. And Randy didn't want to play the game. Randy wants to be on his own. Well, he is. He's all alone now, and that means no one will be there when he gets his ass kicked. Kevin signing the contract. And Randy saying that Kevin, Hunter, I've heard a lot of talk about the old Randy Orton. Saying that I'm weak, saying that I'm old, saying that I've lost my bite, my edge. Well, guess what? I don't agree with any of that. I'm Randy Orton still. I'm the legend killer, the Viper, the apex predator. And you don't think I have anger in my soul still? You don't think those voices still ring in my head telling me what to do? They do. But I wait for moments like this now, where they matter most. Moments like this with the WWE Championship on the line, that's what I wait for. So Kevin Owens in that WWE Championship, if you want to go, and I want to go, let's do this properly. What do you say? No holds barred. Anything goes. You can bring your boys if you want, and I'll cut them down too. Because when it comes to it with that WWE Championship on the line, I am going to purge my demons. I am going to purge my sins. I am going to purge my soul of evil. I am going to purge the WWE of you, Kevin Owens, as their champion. Hunter, I'm going to purge the WWE of you as this evil entity ruling over it. Because with that WWE Championship on the line, no holds barred, if you're man enough, I am going to purge. Kevin Owens, happily accepting. He's not a pussy, you know. You call him out, he'll take it. And Orton signs after that is written and agreed and official at, if you couldn't tell, WWE Premium Live event called The Purge. Main event, no holds barred, or we could go WWE style and just do a no DQ match by a different name and call it a Purge match. Let me know if you'd rather that. For the WWE Championship, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Banger. Fingers crossed and hopefully. Please be a banger. 100. This was a banger segment. I'm very happy with that. Very good. Overall, this episode of Raw gets us very good, I think. 96, we take those. Good episode. Let me know your thoughts. I've set Raw in-game to 3 hours at the moment. I'm fitting it. It lets me fit in a lot more. I think I've got 7 matches on this card, a lot more segments. If it was 2 hours originally with that. I don't know if you get so much Chase U stuff. Hurt Business probably on here. I think I prefer 3 hour. If you prefer it, let me know, and I might go with 3 hour for NXT and SmackDown as well. It makes the episodes longer, but I think it allows me to do more in them, which I like. But still, that's admin work. God, and that's it for Raw. I hope you've enjoyed. Without further ado, let's jump forward now to Wednesday, to Trick Williams. I'll just say that up front because he will be there, God knows that. And he'll be there multiple times. I have a few segments planned actually. Get you hyped for another episode of NXT. And NXT gets underway with the Golden Guards coming out to the ring. LA Knight, Socrates, Torres, Alfonso, Bourbon are the NXT and NXT Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions respectively coming out. And LA Knight says, now listen. Isaiah Swerve Scott wanted to step up to the Golden Gods and he can get a lucky win over Socrates here, but that don't matter. He stays to stay in his lane. He's the NXT North American Champion. Good for him. He can keep that title as long as we allow him to, but at the end of the day, he ain't ever making the step up to the Golden Gods level. He ain't never taking the step up to this NXT Championship, you hear? Yeah, because this is LA Knight's championship. This is LA Knight's show, and that's how it is, and how it's always going to be. Because that is just a fact of life. When he's interrupted by Jonathan Gargano. Johnny Gargano comes out. Johnny made the save last week for Swerve, and Johnny coming down and saying that, look, I was on NXT for a long time, way before you. And then I left. And then I came back. And now I'm here again. On this show. I left NXT, I went to Smackdown, I went to Raw, and now I'm here. I'm looking at you three. I was NXT champion once. I was NXT champion. I know what it means to be the heart of this show. The head of this show. I know what it takes. And I've met people like you, LA. Thinking you're God's gift. You call yourself a god, so yeah, you do. Thinking you're better than everyone just because you have that title. That title doesn't make you better than anyone. That title just means that you have to stand for something more. That title means you have to lead this show. And you're not a leader, LA. And so if you're not going to lead NXT, then I guess I'll have to. And if I'm going to do that, I may as well take that title from you as well. Crowd cheering, of course. It's Johnny. LA Knight saying, no, that's not how this plays, kid. No, you see, you can say what you want. This title does mean I'm better than you. It means I'm better than everyone around here. I call myself a golden god because that's what I am. On this mic, in this ring, I'm a god at this. And oh boy, am I covered in gold. I got it right here in my hands. Gold you barely ever touched, by the way. I want to bring that up. Johnny, you're not taking this title from me. Trust me, I know that you can want to. You can try, hell. But you ain't taking this from me. When out comes, of all people, I realize, Dominik Mysterio. Dominik coming out. Everyone a bit surprised. And Dominik saying that, look, you can underestimate me right now. A lot of people are probably wondering what I'm doing here. But I know how good I am. I'm a Mysterio. This is in my blood. This is in my DNA. This is my very being. Having the odds against me, that's in my DNA as well. That's in my being. And maybe I've been focusing on the Cruiserweight tag title for so long, I didn't look past. I didn't look what's behind. Maybe the truth of the matter is that I need to do this. Even just this on my own. And get that title. LA Knight kind of started to laugh a bit. Him and Spanish like looking at each other and they're starting to laugh a bit. And Johnny saying, no. See, that's the problem, LA. You're meant to be the leader of this brand, of this show. And you're putting people down. Well, you know what, Dom? I know you. I know your dad. I have a lot of respect for your father. So, hey. You think you got what it takes? Let's show it. Let's prove it. Tonight, you and me, one-on-one. Night 5. Nice little opening segment. Later on, Johnny Gargano taking on Dominik Mysterio. One-on-one. Dominik looking to prove a point. And Johnny happy to let him try and prove it. The lovely man he is. But next up, we have a 6 women's tag team match. It is Toxic Attraction. Mandy Rose, the NXT Women's Champion. Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, the Women's Tag Team Champions. Yep, Toxic. Taking on Next Gen, Candice LeRae and Team 2001, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. Last week, Roxanne beat Gigi Dolan, I want to say. It might have been JC Jane. She beat one of them. She rolled them up. Now 6 women tag team action. All going at it in the end. Candice and Mandy fighting it out. Candice going for a drop kick on Mandy. Mandy managing to get out of the way in time. Candice on the ground to her knees. And Mandy with that big knee. That does look very good. It genuinely might be one of my favourite finishes at the minute. It just looks great in my opinion. Straight to Candice's face. Candice goes down. Mandy covers. 1, 2, 3. Toxic Attraction pick up the win here after that big knee for a 64. Pretty good. JC Jane sustained the torn tricep. Why does TEW hate JC Jane? If you watch my TEW NXT 2.0 series, you'll know. If you don't, JC Jane got injured there as well. She got bloody hernia. And now she's got a torn tricep. Oh, God. The state of the women's tag titles in shambles right now. Hopefully she's not out for long. God, that's fun, isn't it? That's fun. Toxic got the win, you know. Gigi got a torn tricep, and she's getting checked on by the medics. Mandy with a big knee, there we go, to Candice's face. Candice on the mat. After the match, she has to get checked by the medics. Blood pouring out of her nose, she's holding it. Team 2001 checking on her. 64 for the match is pretty good. 77 Mandy, 10 shoulders above everyone else, carried the match. 57 Candice, 56 Roxanne, 52 Gigi, 51 JC with a torn tricep, and 50 Cora. Happy enough with that. Yeah, JC, hopefully she's not out for too long. Hopefully she doesn't have to bloody relinquish her titles. We'll have to figure that out. Toxic do get the window. Yep, Sean, thank you. Candice did it. Damn it, Candice. Yeah, what goes around comes around, I guess. She gave JC a legitimate injury, and now she's got a little storyline one. Yeah, after the match, Mandy, Gigi, and JC up the ramp. Mandy and Gigi supporting JC. Getting some medical attention backstage, and Candice in the ring getting checked by medics, and Team 2001, you know, blood pouring out of her nose. Not looking good for Candice either, and not looking good for JC. Jesus. 83. Good. Oh, God. 83. Good match. Good post. Happy. As then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to provide some scintillating talk, because my name is Trick Williams, and I'm the owner, founder, and head proprietor of Trick Williams Big Booty Baddies, the newest and hottest modeling agency around. And right now is the performance debut of the first two big booty baddies to join the collective. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce them. First of all, standing at 6 feet and 8 inches tall. Chiseled to perfection. A man who's not just beautiful on the outside, but the inside as well. A former NFL star who realized that the catwalk and the wrestling ring is where he belonged. Everybody give it up for Marseille. Yeah, Trick doing the introduction on the ramp, the crowd clapping, cheering, you know, Marseille, doing some model poses. And then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you as well his partner and his fellow big booty baddie. He comes from the beautiful land of Saudi Arabia. He has dark brown eyes. He has a chiseled chest, like the gods themselves. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress enough how bad this man is. He was invited to a party at the Royal Palace, and even the prince himself had to steal a look, I promise you. Ladies and gentlemen, Marseille's fellow big booty baddie, Mansoir. And Mansoir coming out as well. Trick, a big introduction for his big booty baddies. You know, at first maybe he was a bit hesitant about Marseille and Mansoir, but you know what, Trick, looking for his white whale. But at the same time, Trick, he's searching, and he's appreciating what he's got. He's trying to appreciate. 37 for that, good. And then Marseille and Mansoir are in action, showing what the big booty baddies are capable of here. It's Marseille and Mansoir taking on Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde, and in the end it is Marseille and Mansoir who pick up the win with the 38. Mansoir with the beautiful moonsault off the top rope. I don't know why I'm doing the French accent. 38. Marseille got an undisclosed body injury. What is happening tonight? Marseille, you definitely better not be out for a while. It's in white rather than red, so hopefully it's very much not serious. 45 for Cruz, 42 Joaquin, well done. I think this is genuinely the first time they've appeared. 44 Marseille, 41 Mansoir. I don't know why I go to French again. It's just models, isn't it? It's Marseille and Mansoir feel very French, don't they? But yeah, 38, Trick in the ring afterwards, shoving the ref out of the way and raising Marseille and Mansoir's arm, and then asking for the mic, and then he says, but that doesn't... Oh God, I was going French for a minute there. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen, of course. Because Marseille and Mansoir, they are big booty baddies. But old Tricky here might be the biggest and baddest of them all. And you know I can't let them have all the fun, so I got myself a little match here as well to show y'all what Tricky's really capable of in my true NXT debut. Ladies and gentlemen, my opponent for tonight is an international superstar. My opponent from tonight is a master of not one, two mixed martial arts styles. And he has at least, I'm pretty sure, 4 black belts. He is so qualified and so skilled in the art of karate. They had to make a whole new colored belt for him. The first magenta belt in the world. And tonight, Tricky is going to show y'all what he's capable of by laying the hurting on him. Ladies and gentlemen, my opponent, Ival Matsumura. Yeah, it's just a good guy comes out. Maybe Trick hypes him up a little too much. We don't pay attention to that, though. Trick versus Ival. And in the end, Trick does. Yep, I know. Trick does get the win. Trick didn't get injured, thank God. Trick does get the win with the tricky kick. Trick's finisher, if you've seen it, it does look very good. He does kind of a 360 and then a big boot. And it does look very beautiful. 17, Jesus Christ. Come on, Ival Matsumura. That's not very mixed martial arts master review. 23 for Trick. Build him up, shall we? We're in the build for Trick. His first win in his true NXT debut, as he puts it. 17, good. Good. I can tell it's going to be a long show, isn't it? We go backstage to an interview with Dominik Mysterio. Kayla asking Dom about earlier, and Dom's saying he's looking for himself. You know, he was focusing on the Cruiserweight Tag titles, but maybe it's time to look on that. Well, Ray walks in asking, you know, what's that about, you know? Bragging rights and all that stuff. We can focus on getting the tag title back. I don't know what's happening with you recently, Dom. It's like I don't even know you. And it walks Legado. As a leader applauding and saying, I think he's doing a great job. And Dom, I think you're right. Wrestling, if it runs in your blood, it is you. And so no one is more qualified and more deserving of a NXT title match than you, I would say. And Ray not happy, saying, I told you to stay away from my son. And Santos smirky and stepping forward saying, and what are you going to do about it if we don't? And Ray getting annoyed and shoving Santos. Santos starts to go towards him. Security showing up and pulling them apart. Dom just in the background shaking his head saying, I haven't got time for this. And then just walking away. Just walking away. 73, pretty good promo. Pretty good promo. Nice. Nice work, Dom and everyone else. Dom, you know, Ray's here as well, probably raising the stakes. As then next up we have Jade Cargill versus Peyton Royce. As Jade Cargill picks up a nice victory for 51, 50 Jade, 52 Peyton. Yeah, Jade picks up the victory here. We go backstage for an interview with Johnny Gargano. Kayla asking him about everything, and Johnny says that he said what he meant. What he said to LA Knight earlier. Maybe he doesn't deserve to be NXT champion, and Johnny saying, not necessarily he does, but he knows what it means to be an NXT superstar. He knows what it means, and he knows what it means to have to build people up, not laugh at people like Dom for wanting to step up, or make a joke out of people like Isaiah Swerve Scott. Saying the NXT North American Championship matters. Swerve having it, and for the length of time he has, matters. And Johnny saying that he wants to take that NXT title from LA Knight, because if LA Knight won't be the beating heart and soul of NXT, then Johnny will again. For an 81. Nice little promo, Johnny. Nice little promo. For next up, we have a match. It's Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. After a little shoving contest, the match made official by William Regal. Rey and Santos going head to head here. The pair fighting out. In the end, though, Zelina Vega providing a bit of distraction, which allows Humberto to try and get involved, but Rey manages to reverse out of it with a dropkick. But a distraction allows time for Santos to roll up Rey and pick up the win here for a 76. A big win for Santos Escobar. 75 Rey, 68 Santos. Pretty even. But a decent little match. And Santos picks up a big win for himself over Rey here. Good. Good. Then we go backstage and we find Toni Storm walking around. And of course she walks into Trick Williams. And Trick saying, Tony. I heard some, what I thought was a thunder clapping, but I guess it was just a storm walking by. I don't know if you're watching, but Earlier tonight, my big booty baddies here in my city, man, so I showed what they and anyone else can do under the tricky Willie banner. And I showed myself what I can do against I don't want to brag too much, but against a man with at least 4 black belts. And Tony saying, I didn't watch. And Trick saying, that's okay. I'm sure you can imagine the magic that Tricky can do in that ring and maybe in a more personal setting as well. And Tony saying, look, Trick, okay, I get it, but I'm just not interested. Okay, in this big booty baddie thing of management or your management or whatever. And Trick taking a minute, as in more specifically, I say walks Jade Cargill. And Trick saying, well, and Jade just shushing him with her hands, but pulling her hands together and saying, no, you, pointing to Tony, and saying, I've beat a lot of people around here, but you I want to fight. I haven't found much of a challenge, but maybe you'll be it. And Tony squaring up with Jade Cargill. You see Trick in the background, just kind of licking his lips, looking at them, kind of peering around at the back of both of them as well. Just, And Tony saying to Jade, you're on for a 58. Nice. Trick in the middle. Trick would like to be in the middle of this, I promise you. Tricky would like that. Oh, Jesus Christ, Trick. Next up, though, we have a match, another Diamond Mine showcase. It's Ivy Nile this time taking on Jessamine Duke. Ivy Nile picking up the win for a 39 with a Dragon Sleeper. Very good. 38 Jessamine Duke, 29 Ivy Nile. Yep, happy with that. Ivy gets a big win. Malcolm gets on the mic after the match, hyping her up, saying that I put Robbie Brookside. It's meant to be Roderick Strong. Oh, Jesus Christ. This segment has tanked because it's meant to be Roderick Strong who has good mic stats talking, but it's Robbie Brookside. That's on me. That one's on me. Malcolm Bivens hyping up Ivy, and officially announcing that and saying that she is going to win the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament, announcing her inclusion and betting on her quite highly, and saying she's just a part of the Diamond Mine. We've also got our other guys here, the Creed brothers, the hottest, most exciting tag team around, and of course our leader here, the Cruiserweight Champion, Roderick Strong. I'm not going to saying they're going to show what they're capable of next up in a 6-man tag match, showing the synergy of the Diamond Mine, but also getting a chance to showcase their ability. It's Roderick Strong and the Creed brothers taking on the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik, and in the end, a pretty even contest. The Lucha Dragons are no team to laugh at, but in the end, it is the Diamond Mine who pick up the win. Roddy hits Kalisto with the Gibson driver, it says here, and picks up the win for a 67, which is pretty decent. Jesus Christ, I need to sort out the storylines. No, I don't actually. I was confused because Raw, I made me think it was bragging rights, but no, that's the Gunter storyline, yeah. Because Roderick Strong's match with Gunter coming up, of course. 84 Roddy, 78 Kalisto, 70 Gran Metalik, 55 Lindsay, 47 Brutus, 44 Creed. Julius, shall I say. They're both Creeds. Yeah, Diamond Mine get a big win. Creed brothers get a big win as well. Good for them. Good for them. And no injuries again, which always good tonight, apparently. This next up, we go backstage. And it's a bit shaky. Things are a bit hectic. Commentary have to throw it there pretty immediately as we see the NXT North American Champion, Isaiah Swerve Scott, getting... No, we don't. We don't. Ignore that for a second. We go to William Regal, who's got some announcements himself. William Regal talking about the breakout tournament and, confirming what Malcolm Bivens says about Ivy Nile being in the breakout tournament, as well as announcing some names himself. He says, announces that Diamond Mine and Malcolm Bivens have also negotiated for a man to be in the men's breakout tournament. Malcolm Bivens promising a very good superstar from it, and okay, I don't know if I believe that man, but okay. And William Regal confirming some more names, announcing that his special enforcer Ridge Holland has been looking to get in the ring more, and so Ridge Holland will be in the breakout tournament. In addition, announcing his exciting prospect Fallon Henley will be in the women's breakout tournaments. Made some appearances on Raw earlier this year, late last year, and will be making her appearance here. And officially announcing a big name, a brand new signing to compete in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. William Regal confirming that Valerie Laredo of Bellator has officially signed a WWE contract and will be looking to break out in a big way in the NXT Breakout Tournament. Big announcements from William Regal. Big announcements for the Breakout Tournament. Get some names down. We've got 32 names to get through. I'll probably leave some mysterious, but a lot will be getting announced over the few coming weeks. But still, yeah, just some names off the board. Ivy, another Diamond Mine person, Ridge here, Fallon, and Valerie Laredo, looking to break out in her wrestling debut in the Breakout Tournament and earn herself a women's title match. NXT women's title match, shall I say. As then, we do go to the Swerve thing, yep. We hastily shoot there. Regal gets a message, and he's panicked because he's the GM, like, what the hell is going on? And we find the NXT North American champion, Isaiah Swerve Scott, being attacked in the NXT parking lot, the most dangerous place known to man, being stomped out by the family. You'll see Dominik, you'll see you probably see Harland, Otis, Tucker, and Madcap enjoying it. Otis, Tucker, and Madcap kicking him while he's down. They pick him up, and Harland just runs him down. Don Wagner getting involved as well. And Dominik says, get him up, get him up. They hold Swerve up, and Dominik picks up the title, and he says, you see, you understand, comprende, I'm taking this from you, okay? You understand, capiche? I am taking this NXT North American Championship for you, okay? I am going to take it because I need it. I need it, okay, for the plan. For the plan, okay? So, Mr. Swerve, this is the warning, your last chance warning. This championship is going to be mine. Drop him. The boys just drop him. Tony standing over him, dropping the title on him. Walking away for 70. Tony making his big return. I know you've all been waiting. Hardly anticipated. Tony returning and immediately setting his sights on Isaiah Swerve Scott here. There were 70. Yeah. Nice little segment. Little interview with Kayla Braxton catches the Golden Guards before they leave. And LA Knight says, it doesn't matter to me who wins. Dom, Gargano. Where I fight Swerve, none of it matters. End of the day, the gold's going to remain around my waist. Over my shoulder. Because I'm LA Knight. I'm a golden god. I'm the head of NXT. And that's just a fact of life. Yeah. For a 91. Good little promo from LA Knight interview. For the main event, it is Johnny Gargano taking on Dominik Mysterio one-on-one. Dominik giving Johnny maybe a better match than a lot of people expect. But in the end, Johnny locks in the Crust and Crab and gets the win for a 74. New announced team probably brought this down a bit, but we move. 89 Johnny, 57 Dom. Yeah, good enough. Johnny picks up the win. After the match, he gets on the mic and calls out and he says, oh wait, no, you're gone. This show that you're supposedly the head of is still going and you're gone. Just another reason I need to take that championship off you. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so you can run and you can hide, but come Halloween Havoc, LA Knight, I'm going to make you tap out and I'm going to take that championship off you. And that's just the facts of life. Yeah. For a 95. Johnny taking the piss a bit there at the end, but we move. 95. Overall, NXT gets a 81. Really brought down by that main event. God. Yeah. New commentary teams take a while to embed, don't they? Oh well. 74. We move. A decent episode overall. A lot of matches. Jesus. And a lot of Trick. And a lot of Tony. What more could you want? Good episode of NXT. And hopefully another episode next up, Halloween Havoc, a cross-branded post-review. It will be co-branded, shall I say, between NXT and the next show. So let's jump into things with the final show of the episode. Another episode, or another edition, shall I say, of Smackdown. And Smackdown gets underway with the Roman Empire coming out. Not all of it, just Roman, Paul, Braun, and Jay. And they get in the ring, long entrance, Roman. They get in the ring, and Roman gets the mic, and he says that last week, I gave an option. I threw down the gauntlet. I threw it to you, Jay. Jay in the background, just looking at the ground, not looking up. I told you to beat Tommaso Ciampa. I told you to back up your words with your fists for once. What happened, Jay? What happened? You lost. Again, you got anything to say, Jay? Jay tries to speak, you know, but he can't seem to get the words out. And then everyone just says, enough, okay? No, because this has been going for months now, Jay, hasn't it? Main event, Jey Uso getting loss after loss after loss. It's just not good enough, is it? Not for Roman Reigns, not for the Roman Empire. No, no, no. Jay, I need you to know that this hurts me. That you're hurting me, Jay. You're my blood. You're my cousin, Us. I don't want this. I want you to do well. That's why I called you main event Jey Uso. That's why I let you stay when we kicked your brother out. 'Cause I want you to do well, Jay. I want the best for you. But this ain't been good enough, Jay, and no one rides for free anymore. No one. Not even you. Braun. Just looks to Braun, and Braun just very quickly just storms into Jay. Massive clothesline, takes his head off, puts him on the ground. Jay down, very much out of it as Braun picks him up and then plants him straight back down again. Roman just continuing on. I don't want to do this, Jay. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to see you in pain, but you ain't giving me any options right now. Braun continuing this barrage over Jay. And then Roman says, okay, stop, wait. Bring me a ref. Bring me a ref right now. Roman waiting a ref. Eventually you see a referee begin to just charge down to the ring. Roman leans down to the fallen Jay. And he says, you're going to take this, Jay? Clearly the ass whooping Solo gave you a few months back didn't do enough. Because clearly you've forgotten about it. So, we're going to do this, Jay, and you're going to take it. You're going to take every hit and every shot. You got it? Yeah. I'm sure you'll be used to it after the few months you've had. Roman and Paul leave in the ring. Ref getting in 100 for that. Very good opening segment, by the way. And then it's Braun versus Jay. Yeah. And it's just Braun beating the hell out of Jey Uso. Really. Just strike after strike. Clothesline, spear. I never remember what his finisher is called. You know, the bench press power slam. I need to look up his name at some point. Again and again until Roman gives Braun the signal and says enough. And Braun hits it one final time and covers Jay. 1, 2, 3. Braun does pick up the win here for a 72. Yeah, decent match. 76 Braun, 74 Jay. Nice. And then Roman getting into the ring after the match with the mic. And he goes to speak, but then he stops. He's just looking down at Jay. And you can see Roman internally just in his mind wrestling with this. Wrestling with what to do here. Because like he said, Jay's his blood. Jay's his family. Him and Jay have been here together God knows how long. And he's not bringing it, but it's still your blood. So in the end, Roman leans down to Jay, just pondering for a minute. And then he says through gritted teeth, one last chance. That's all you get, Jay. That's all you get. Roman stands up, looks at Braun, gives him the nod again as Roman walks out the ring. Paul Heyman quickly following after as Braun Breaker drags Jay across to the side of the ring onto the apron, gets out the ring, and then just picks Jay up over onto his shoulders and carries Jay to the back, following after Roman and Paul for a 100. Good opening segments, rating wise. Hard to watch, you'd imagine. Braun Breaker beating the life out of Jey Uso, but we move. Oh my god. Braun carrying Jay to the back there. Get him to the medics, preferably. We go to commercial, we come back. It's tag team action. Bronson Reed and Samoa Joe again, this time against the Colognes. In the end, of course, Reed and Joe picking up the win here. Joe, a very vicious Samoa Joe. Clearly feeling a lot of anger about those tag titles, about losing them. going for them. Locking in that Coquina clutch on Epico, maybe keeping it on a little longer after the tap out. 75 for the match is alright. 77 Joe, 76 Reed, 52 Primo, 45 Epico. Lovely. Samoa Joe picking up the victory here. Good. Good. Samoa Joe gets the win for his team. Samoa Joe and Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed gets the mic. Calls out Bray Wyatt again. Says enough of waiting. Enough of these games. Okay? Bray, Karrion, get your asses out here. And they don't, but the Funhouse music does hit and they appear on the Titantron. And Bray says, hiya, hey guys, hey, nice to see you. And Bronson Reed just cut off saying, no, enough, okay? I'm tired of waiting around. We're tired. We want you, we want our titles. And Bray saying, whoa, 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 Bronson. It appears to me that our friend Bronson here needs to learn a lesson in patience. But you know what? Bronson, Joe, we had a lot of fun and we do miss our two friends, so you know what? At Extreme Rules, you can have your match. But I'll warn you, it's gonna be his rules. Tornado tag. Anything goes. Bye for 100. Bray accepting the challenge. Extreme Rule. Jesus Christ, not Extreme Rules. Have I called it Extreme Rules yet? I probably have. Halloween Havoc. There you go. Halloween Havoc. Smackdown tag titles. The Fiend and Karrion Kross taking on Bronson Reed's Mojo. Tornado tag. Anything goes for the Smackdown tag titles. Lovely. 100. Good segment. Good match. Good start to things. Out comes Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte first. The challenger, of course. Challenger comes first. And then followed by the Women's Universal Champion, Becky Lynch. Both coming out. You know, their match set for Halloween Havoc. Before I called it Extreme Rules again. Set for Halloween Havoc. Charlotte saying that she's been waiting for this. Saying that Becky allowed herself, as she always does, to only think about herself. About the man, Becky Lynch. Becky saying that Charlotte's one to talk about being selfish, only focus on yourself. But Charlotte's saying she's not the one who abandoned those tag titles to go deal with Ronda Rousey again. To win a title for yourself. You were selfish, Becky. You were selfish, and you know it. And Charlotte says that if Becky doesn't want to be partners, then fine, they can fight. They fought a lot of times before, and Charlotte says she'll sure they'll fight again in the future. But they can fight at Halloween Havoc, and Charlotte says if the only thing that matters to Becky Lynch is that Women's Universal title, then she'll take it. And Becky's saying that focusing on herself isn't it, okay? Saying that Charlotte, if she had won the Queen's Crown tournament like she tried to, she would have done the same thing every step of the way. Saying she gave everything in that tag title match at SummerSlam. And Becky saying that if Charlotte wants to go, then they can go. Because Becky says she's beat Charlotte a hell of a lot before. And she'll sure that she'll do it a hell of a lot in the future as well. Where now comes Ilja. Ilja coming out to the ring. Ilja still a bit banged up from her match with Charlotte a few weeks ago. And maybe closer to a month at this point, but you get the point. And Ilja wanting a match with Charlotte. Saying she's been waiting for this, how Charlotte attacked her. You know, they had their match, and Charlotte kept the hold on. She was in the hospital bed for days after that, getting her leg checked out. And she wants the match. And Charlotte just looking at Ilja. Liv Morgan rushing out to the ring to check on her friend and partner. Liv beginning to help Ilja away, trying to talk her out of it. And then Charlotte just, no, that's a good idea, Liv. You take your little friend away there. Clearly, 100% or not, she knows now that she can't go with the true queen of WWE. Ilja pushing away from Liv and going to Charlotte. And Ilja saying, let's do it then. For a 100, Liv tried to talk her out of it, but no, Becky leaves. Liv at ringside, Charlotte Flair versus Ilja here. As in the end, the two women going at it. Charlotte taking advantage of Ilja's injury, kicking at her leg a lot, working that injured leg. She locks in the figure of 8, but Ilja manages to get to the rope just in time before it looks like she'll tap out. Charlotte not happy, getting a bit distracted by Liv taunting her, about her friend. Ilja rolls Charlotte up for a 2. Charlotte kicking out. Ilja, out of the roll up. Charlotte quickly to her feet. Ilja still on her, trying to get up, but her leg kind of buckles under her. She drops to her knees, and Charlotte hits the natural selection for the victory here for a 77. Decent match. 77 Charlotte, 54 Ilja. We'll take that. Charlotte Flair picking up the victory over Ilja here. Liv Morgan straight into the ring after the match to check on her friend and to make sure Charlotte doesn't try anything. Liv goes face to face with Charlotte, squares up to her, and Charlotte just looks down at Liv, laughs a little bit, and then walks past her up the ramp. Liv maybe thinking about going after her, but no, just staying with her friend and checking on her after the match. Nice. Then we go to Adam Pearce's office with a Mr. Roman Reigns there, the Universal Champion, proclaiming there as well. And they're talking. Roman bringing up the United States title. And Pearce, and Solo Sikoa and all that, and Tyler Breeze. And Pearce saying, look, Roman also, this is coincidence you mentioned that, because actually Tyler Breeze was here earlier as well. And so I've set it up later tonight, main event, Tyler Breeze versus Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship. Roman smiling, saying, good. That's good, Pearce. You're doing a great job here. We'll see ourselves out. Beginning to stand up, and Pearce says, hold on a minute. There's just another thing I actually wanted to talk to you about, Roman. Roman a bit annoyed by that, but sitting back down. And Pearce saying to Roman that upper management have been talking to me, and I've been talking to them, and they're really excited by it. And they think he's earned a shot. So, I just want to inform you that at Halloween Havoc, you will defend your Universal Championship against Edge. And Roman very much not happy about, just shaking his head and saying, oh, Pearce. You were doing such a great job. But you know what, Pearce? If that's how it's going to be, that's how it's going to be, but I just feel bad for you, Adam. And Adam saying, why'd you feel bad for me? And Roman saying, I feel bad for you. I just don't think it'll reflect well on you. You want to impress management. You want to get this job here on Smackdown, but how's it going to reflect on you when you book a match between me and Edge at Halloween Havoc, and Edge goes and gets a broken neck from the ass whooping I give him? How's that going to reflect on you, Adam? When a WWE Hall of Famer gets at best put in a wheelchair because of your decision. Not too well, I don't think. Roman just shaking his head as he gets up and leaves. 100 for that. Good. Nice segment. Roman Reigns and Edge's Universal Championship match at Halloween Havoc set. And Tyler Breeze told us to go for the US title set for later tonight as well. Good. Speaking of Edge, actually, Judgment Day come out to the ring next. Edge, Aleister Black, and Tommaso Ciampa. And Edge is happy. Edge says that Roman Reigns' Judgment Day is coming for him at Halloween Havoc. Edge says he will become world champion again. When they're interrupted by Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali coming out. And Ali says that he's been waiting in the back, waiting for something, anything. Man, it's always, they have nothing for you, and he's tired of waiting. Waiting around in the back whilst people like Judgment Day are out here, doing whatever the hell they want. Attacking whoever the hell they want. Saying it's not right. And they're kind of laughing and saying that, oh, Mustafa. You see, Mustafa, you can say that, but you're just like us. Really? You want to talk about us attacking people? Let's talk about you. Last year, attacking Kofi, attacking Big E. Is that fair, Mustafa? Is that right? And Ali says that maybe he's made some poor decisions in the past. Decisions he wants to make amends for. Wants to make up for. He wants to be a better person. And that starts right here, right now, against one of you. For 95, good segment. Next up, we're going to have Mustafa Ali taking on Aleister Black of the Judgment Day. A quick pace match. Ali giving it his all, putting a lot of offense in. In the end, Ali goes for a big springboard, but he gets Black masked out the air. And Aleister Black picks up the win for an 81. Decent match. 86 Black, 43 Ali. Happy with that, as Aleister Black does pick up the victory for Judgment Day here. After the match, Black continuing his attack of Ali. Ciampa getting involved as well. Edge in the ring, just watching. And then Edge tells him to get him up. Black and Ciampa begin to lift Ali up. Edge setting up in the corner for a spear. When out rushes Big E and Kofi Kingston. Not seen since SummerSlam when they were defeated by the Judgment Day. And Big E and Kofi rush down to the ring to fight Judgment Day off here. For a 98, they managed to fight Judgment Day off, fighting off Black and Ciampa. Edge escaping before they can get to him. Black, Ciampa and Edge making their way to the back. Big E and Kofi in the ring. Kofi looks down at Ali. Ali looking up at Kofi, reaches his hand out. Kofi just looking down at Ali, shakes his head and then just walks away up the ramp as Big E does the same for a 98. You know, like Edge says, bringing up those attacks by Ali. Ali wanting forgiveness, but, you know, it's not that easy, isn't it? Gotta work for it. You gotta work for it. Then we go to the backstage. We go to Adam Pearce's office again. Lovely location. We'll go there a lot, I suppose. Adam Pearce in there with we got the $1 million champion Rhea Ripley, Paige, and Bianca Belair. And last walking in, Liv Morgan. Liv, glad you can make it. Liv, not very happy. And Pearce saying that, you know, it didn't work out for any of them last week in the Women's Universal Title Contendership match, but still, they did amazing and management was really impressed with their work at bragging rights. And so he did want to set something up as a reward of sorts. And so he says that at Halloween Havoc, it will be a fatal 4-way match for the $1 million championship. Rhea Ripley will defend her title against Bianca Belair, Paige, and Liv Morgan. And Rhea, you know, that seems like a reward for everyone else and not you, but you can pick the stipulation. Any type of match you want. And Rhea looking happy at that. And Liv saying, that's great, thank you, but she wants Charlotte. Okay, she wants Charlotte. And Pearce saying, well, you know what? I was setting up some beat the clock challenges for next week for Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. And, hell, if you want a match with Charlotte, next week you can be her opponent in that beat the clock for a 91. Good. Good. Yeah, fatal 4-way match for $1 million title at Halloween Havoc between these four. And next week, Liv Morgan will take on Charlotte Flair in a Beat the Clock challenge. Becky Lynch will also have a Beat the Clock match. The winner of the Beat the Clock matches between Becky and Charlotte, whoever has the fastest time, will... what's the word I'm looking for? We'll get to pick the stipulation for Halloween Havoc. There we go. It took me a minute. There we go. Lovely. And then it's main event time, everybody. US title in the main event. I know. It's Tyler Breeze defending against Solo Sikoa. The Von Erichs are ringside for Solo. Breeze and Solo going at it. Breeze still a beat up from the attack last week. I went Irish there for a second. Breeze still beat up from the attack last week. Solo taking advantage of that, but Breeze getting some offense in as well. In the end, Breeze manages to hit a surprise supermodel kick onto Solo, stunning him. When the Von Erichs try and get involved, onto the apron, trying to distract Tyler. Tyler trying to fight them off. The numbers game though as well. There's two of them. He knocks one down, the other jumps on the apron. And that's when out rushes Fandango. Not seen since he was taken out by Control. God, back in June, July. Rushes out, fights off the Von Erichs, takes them both down. Tyler happy to see him, but Fandango points behind him. Tyler turns around to see Solo coming at him for a super kick himself, but Tyler ducks underneath and rolls Solo Sikoa up for the 1, 2, 3. Tyler Breeze manages to keep a hold of his United States Championship again. The Von Erichs trying to get involved, but in the end, it is that return from Fandango to fight them off. And a little bit of help as well, providing, pointing outside for him, as Tyler Breeze retains. For 75 is decent, 73 Tyler, 54 Solo. Happy with that. And also, after the match, Tyler and Fandango up the ramp. Big hug, big cheers. Solo and the Von Erichs in the ring. Holding their heads after the attacks, but not looking very happy either. As Tyler Breeze up the ramp and Fandango raises his arm. Tyler Breeze still US champion for an 81. Good ending. Ending with some US title stuff for once, It's always the Universal or Women's Universal titles. End on some US title stuff for once. Why not? Smackdown this week ends with an 87, which is good. Very much carried by every segment Roman Reigns was in. I'll be bold and say. Or Roman, Becky and Charlotte. There you go. Every segment they were in. And Edge as well. Just a lot of good segments. Going very well. I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. Building stuff nicely, I think, to the Purge and Halloween Havoc. So hopefully they'll be good. If you have enjoyed, why don't you leave a like and subscribe for more to see the final 2 weeks of shows in the build-up to the Purge and Halloween Havoc, and then, of course, the Purge and Halloween Havoc. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and as always, I just want to say a very special thank you for watching.